What's good with y'all, man? It's your boy Will back with another video. Now today, we're gonna be discussing this Cleveland Browns secondary. So this Cleveland Browns secondary, what's real interesting and cool about this secondary is that they started off really young, man. You guys like Denzel Ward is one of the veterans that's been here for a minute, and he's still relatively young himself. I think he's probably getting up there in age, probably like 24, 25, 26, 27. In between that ballpark, but they're not aging yet. And then you got Grant Delpit, Greg Newsome, Martin Emerson, and to go along with Denzel Ward and AJ Green. This is one of the best cornerback groups in the entire NFL. And with all that being said, they're all relatively young, and they have all had at least one season underneath their belt with each other. And now the reason that the secondary, despite having all the same players besides the safeties who we get into, despite having all the same players, the reason they still kind of had a bad year was a lot to do with their defensive coordinator and their communication issues across the board. Communication issues with this Cleveland Browns team was terrible across the board. It really had nothing to do with talent or ability to cover. A lot of guys had breakout games last year, like Martin Emerson, who wasn't even supposed to be one of our key focal points for the Cleveland Browns offense. Well, Cleveland Browns secondary, excuse me, not the offense. We just talked about that the other day. We do daily videos here. My name's Will. I do daily Browns content. So if you ever come in, you're ever interested, just hit that sub button. We just hit 100 subscribers. So I'm about to do my draw for giving away 100 subscribers. I did a little giveaway. I had everybody comment done that follow me on Instagram and Twitter and sub tier, of course. So we do giveaways here. We got a Patreon coming up soon as I hit like a 700 subscriber mark. But I really just started this channel, starting off in the off season. I want to get some rapport with you guys before the season comes. So then when the season comes, we're rocking and rolling. And then I also like challenging myself to come up with video ideas through the off season when nothing is really going on with this Cleveland Browns team. We're gonna be doing a 1,000 sub giveaway. Now we might get that closer than you guys may think. I gained like 60 subs over this past weekend. So we're doing a 1,000 sub giveaway. We're gonna give away a ticket to week 1 of the Browns versus the Bengals. Once again, all I need you guys to do is comment done. Make sure you're liked. Make sure you're subscribed on here. You're following me on Instagram and you're following me on Twitter. I need 50 entries. So I need 50 out of 1,000 subs that come in sub to join. Just comment done. Or no, let's not comment done. Comment dogs. Comment DAWGS. Dogs. Comment dogs. 1,000 subs. We're going to give away a ticket to week 1. I'm just going to give away one ticket, though. So don't be expecting, like, to bring your whole family. But one ticket. Let's get back into the video, man. So I really love the secondary from top to bottom. You got everything you need. You got a big corner, you got a small corner, you got a quick corner, you got a technical corner, and you got an aggressive guy. You got a corner for any type of receiver that my offense want to throw your way. And it's real good to have this type of a secondary when you play a team like Cincinnati every year. And shit, the Baltimore Ravens, who just upgraded at their wide receiver. The Pittsburgh Steelers, who upgraded out their wide receiver position. Got guys like George Pickens. You got guys like Jamar Chase. Got guys like Rashad Bateman, Odell Beckham. So it's really good to see. The Browns pretty much have one of the deepest and talented. I would say this is the most talented cornerback room in the NFL. That's going to be one of my hard takes. I truly believe that Greg Newsome, Martin Emerson, and Denzel Ward could be starters on damn near every team in the NFL. Besides, like maybe, the Dolphins or a team that got 2 elite-ass corners. But I think they could be starters on majority of the corners and majority of teams in the NFL. I believe in these guys a lot. I think they're all top 15 at their position. And that's based off film and what I've watched and seen from them. And I watched them go out there and just shut down guys. I watched what they do to Jamar Chase. I watched what they did to Mike Evans. I watched how they shut Mike Williams' water off at the end of the game. I could see the talent there. I watched what they did to T. Higgins. Tyler Boyd. I can see the talent there. They just got to all get it together. And I think one of the biggest parts of them getting it together comes with their secondary and their safety room. Now, last season, John Johnson, he was supposed to be a focal point as far as in his defense, but ever since signing to the Cleveland Browns, he's been kind of a disappointment. Um, Now, with that being said, they went over and got Juan Thornhill. So maybe Juan Thornhill can break the curse. But every safety in that Joe Woods system looked terrible. Andrew Sadejo looked like he wasn't an NFL starter. He goes to the Colts and he's mid. John Johnson didn't look like somebody that should be getting paid this much. He looked like a practice squad guy out there at times. So hopefully we're getting Joe Woods out of there. The safety room will be better and be more, content and be decent. And with making the safety room decent, and that'll make it easier on the corners, and a lot of those blown coverages won't happen. So you got guys like Rodney McLeod coming off a good year with the Colts, guys like Juan Thornhill coming off just winning the Super Bowl with the Kansas City Chiefs, and Greg Delpit coming off a respectable year himself. Those are three good ball hawking corners, especially Juan Thornhill. Grant's good in the run, and Rodney McLeod is an older veteran leader. I think you got leadership across the board at every position with guys like, Zadarius Smith, you got Denzel Ward, and you also got Rodney McLeod and Juan Thornhill. And then on the defensive tackle position, you got Dalvin Tomlinson. In the linebacker position, you got A. Walk. I think you got a nice, decent mentor to mentor all of these guys coming in, because we do have a young roster, and they finally have had some continuity together. And shout out to Andrew Berry and the Cleveland Browns management team for keeping these young guys together. They kind of got some chemistry and rapport now. They've been together for a while, for a minute. So I think that's pretty good. So I say sky's the limit for this team as far as this defense. My thing and my hot take that I'm going to leave y'all out with today is I believe that the secondary, the group of the cornerbacks and the safeties will be better and higher ranked than the defensive tackles and the defensive tackle position. I think the defensive tackle position and the linebacker position can still be our two worst. But I think our edges, our corners, is the strength of our defense, followed up by our safeties, and then we're going to get into linebackers, defensive tackle, or defensive tackle linebacker. So that's my take on it. Yeah, you guys comment down below how y'all feel about it. I do think that the Cleveland Browns can be a top 10 defense this year. I know I made a video saying that they won't be a top 5, just because it's kind of unrealistic to expect a team to go from worst to first. That's never happened in NFL history. I had one of you guys comment like, yeah, this is why football still needs to be played, and, make a pre-analysis is a joke. Like, yeah, but at the same time, some of you guys got really high expectations and expect stuff that's never happened before in the NFL. So my job as a guy that makes videos about the Cleveland Browns and makes videos about the NFL is just to come here and give you guys clarity and give you guys a realistic output and a realistic, clear voice. So it's not realistic at all to expect this defense and this group to go to top 5. Now, it is realistic to expect this secondary to be top 5. But it's not realistic at all. Not to expect. I'd say to expect them to be like top 8. To hope they're top 5. Now, I expect our defense to be like top 13. And I hope they could be like 9. That's my hope. I hope they could get into like the top 10. Be like 9, 11, 12, 10. We're going to get into some shootouts, guys. We got to keep this in mind. We're going to give up a lot of points some games. We're not going to lock and shut everybody's water off. But it will be games that we go out there and do that. So like I said, I believe in the secondary group. I believe in Miles, and I believe in our safeties. We just got to see if our defensive tackles are able to hold up as far as the run. As long as they're not terrible, we should be good. I do still think our rushing defense is going to be one of our weakest aspects on our defense. But I think coverage is where we'll be really, coverage and getting after a passer is where the Cleveland Browns this year will be really, really top tier at. And I would say, like, as far as rushing, getting sacks, and as far as the secondary, I think that they'll both be top 8 in their respective position groups for the NFL. So that's going to be my take on it. You guys comment down below how you feel about the secondary. Do you think we need another guy? I'm actually really big on A.J. Green and Cam Mitchell, too, as backups. I have no problem with them going in there and playing the game. But it's your boy Will. Hit that sub button, man. 1,000 sub giveaway. We giving away a Browns ticket week 1 because we gonna hit 1,000. No, I was gonna do week 1, but if we don't hit it before week 1, then we'll do it for a different game. But 1,000 sub giveaway, man. I'm gonna buy y'all a Browns ticket. Y'all lock in. We out.